Matt Melzak joins us now in studio. Matt, welcome back from Wheeling. A productive road trip for the Walleye. 2 games and 2 wins.
2 wins. Only the third time in 13 seasons in which the Toledo Walleye have won their first 2 games of the season. That's weird to figure.
Yeah.
You would think all those great teams we've been having going back to 2014-15. Matter of fact, one of those teams that started 2-0 was 2012-13. It's so hard to tell at the beginning of the year. You know, Dan Watson even told me before the game on Saturday, it's like, you know, these first 10 games, you're still evaluating a lot of what your players are.
And I think being on the road helps that a little bit, because when you're on the road, you do have more time together, and it helps that evaluation a little bit, starting off these games on the road.
Well, you know what? It's not surprising that the Toledo Walleye are 6-2-1 to start seasons on the road. The fact that you do get away, you don't have the distractions of a home opener, which, you know, that'll be coming that week. You know, we play a road game November 4th. That's going to be a tough one for a lot of the players, because they're planning a lot of what their families are going to be in and who's going to watch them when they're at that first game in Toledo. That can be a little bit distracting.
Let's go back to those 2 games in Wheeling. They won those 2 games in very different ways, coming on strong in the third period on the opener on Saturday. Then Sunday, what a great start. 2 goals in, 36 seconds?
Yeah, it was awesome to see that. But first, you mentioned Saturday. I thought the change came about halfway through that game. It's like at that point, Toledo found its legs a little bit. They were really sluggish, and they got a power play midway through that second period. They didn't score on it, but those things can kind of start to create a little bit of momentum. They got a couple of chances on net, a couple of good saves from Wheeling's side, you know, kept them from scoring. But then all of a sudden, you could see that we're, okay, here we go. And then all of a sudden, that game plan kicked in, and a lot of the players, you started to execute it. You outscore a team 5 straight at any point in the game. And a matter of fact, it spilled to 8 straight with the 3 in a row to start the game on Sunday. So, you know, Toledo found its legs. They did it in different ways. Sunday, they kind of had the lull there in the second period. Wheeling came back a bit, but in the third, they finished strong again. And that's how you get 2 wins on the road.
We know a lot of familiar faces on this Walleye team, 12 returners from last year, but early last week, some new faces came in, some prospects, including goalie Sebastian Casa, who got both of those wins in Wheeling.
Yeah, Sebastian Casa, man, this is a kid that can play. I mean, you're talking about a first-round pick in last year's draft, 2021 draft. You don't see too many 19-year-olds and first-round picks that get an opportunity to play a lot in the ECHL. They usually try to, either they'll throw them back to junior for a while on an overage year, which they could still do with Cosa. They have time to do that yet. But you know what? He went 3-0 last week. First start coming in the American League. He beats Milwaukee for Grand Rapids. Then he comes to Toledo. Played very well over the weekend. Career high 25 saves in the game on Sunday. He saved his best for that. Made a couple of terrific stops, including stopping a breakaway, a shorthanded breakaway in the second period. So, you know, he showed that there's a lot of talent there.
All right, thank you very much, Matt Melzak. As the Toledo Walleye open the year 2-0, they remain on the road this weekend. 2 more road games before the home opener in a couple of Saturdays from now. Matt, thank you very much.
Thank you.